so Wrath of Man, which is the new film by Guy Ritchie. If you remember last week, you said there's a new film by Guy Ritchie, and what did you say then?
Is it the same as the old film by Guy Ritchie?
Pretty much, that's what you
something
said.
like that.
Yeah. So loosely based on the 2004 French thriller Cash Truck, reunites Ritchie with the Staith for the first time in many a year. It is a portentously chaptered heist revenge romp with a kind of sub-Tarantino flip-flopping time structure. Opens with a cash truck getting heisted. We then meet the Staith, who is Patrick Hill, who gets a job working for the cash truck company Fortico Security. He seems like an ordinary guy, but when a job goes down, he turns out to be anything but, although we know he's anything but because he's Jason Statham. Anyway, he arrives at the company, and it turns out, this being a Guy Ritchie film, everyone has got a nickname.
You're gonna love who your new partner is.
Just tell me it ain't the limey.
Grand old Duke himself.
That's it, keep it coming. Keep it
Boy Sweat, you'll be happy to hear that H is replacing Sticky John. Thank you, Stuart.
Got it, Bullet.
Stay out from under my feet and we'll get along just fine. Do you have any idea how dangerous this job can be?
Some idea, yeah.
No, you have no idea. We ain't the predators. We're the prey.
Boy Sweat's up front. You jump in there with him.
Whatever you say, boss.
If you play your cards right, you'll end up working with Jimmy the Stoat, Brian the Foot, Derek the Hat,
Yeah.
Jimmy, Mauritanian Phil.
Jimmy, ooh.
Ooh.
Undertones reference.
So, yeah, how up to date is that?
I was sort of exhausted by the end of that clip.
Okay. So it gradually becomes apparent, of course, that, he's an avenging angel on a mission to avenge a terrible wrong. The chapters of the film are a dark spirit, scorched earth, bad animals, bad, liver, lung, spleen and heart. So as usual with Guy Ritchie, the foot is not put on the soft pedal at any point. No. Everything is loud pedal to the floor. It's full of all the kind of usual Ritchie caricatures, albeit, American caricatures, and it ticks all the genre boxes, but does so without doing anything interesting with them. I mean, it's okay. So Guy Ritchie's CV is odd because, it started with Lock, Stock, and then there was the Sherlock movies, which I liked, and then there was Aladdin, and then there was The Gentleman, which I didn't like. Did we see The Gentleman together? Were you fond of The Gentleman with Hugh Grant?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
When was his numerology film?
Yeah, that was Revolver.
Oh, right.
That was Revolver, and you interviewed.
I remember him coming
before
in
that,
yeah.
and he explained that it was all about numbers, and that was I kind of think a career low point. Anyway, in the case of this, there's a couple of good things in it. There's the Staith doing the thing that he does, although unfortunately he doesn't get to do any of the stuff that really makes his movies interesting. Like, for example, it doesn't have any of that kind of the sexy wit of the Transporter movies, particularly Transporter 3. It doesn't have any of the character depth of Hummingbird. It doesn't have any of the slapstick humour of Spy, and it doesn't have the fun potential of the Meg 2, which I'm really looking forward to. Ben Wheatley helming Jason Statham's Shark Puncher #2. So I am looking forward to that. Eddie Marsan's in it, and yeah, so for the moments that Eddie Marsan is in, it's kind of okay. But it is a very, very perfunctory. I mean, for Ritchie, it's a step backwards. For Jason Statham, it's treading water because he can do this stuff in his sleep. And there are certainly times in the movie in which he appears to be doing it in exactly that way. And again, I mean, there's a debt owed by any of these movies. I mean, the revenge movie genre is as old as the hills. But if, for example, you think of Dead Man's Shoes, and then you think of Paul Andrew Williams' recent film Bull, both of those are revenge movies which cost thrumpence and work because they understand how a revenge narrative works. And they go back to Death Wish, which is a very different film to the way people remember it. I mean, I know Death Wish 2 isn't, but Death Wish itself is a different film to the way people remember it. And they work because for at least a part of the narrative, you are invested in the avenging Wraith's quest. The Staith's Wraith's quest. In the case of this, you're not. For all its contrived twists, for all its flip-flops and this back and me, there's never anything in it that manages to be engaging or surprising, other than the fact that I feel like I was surprised. I was kind of looking forward to it. I was kind of thinking, well, I like a good Staith movie, and Guy Ritchie does crim. That's what he does. but it's very perfunctory, very, very ordinary, and not very interesting. And then it ends, and you go, "Oh, all right then."